Well, can't see me very good, can you? Oh, me. I don't have much light here in the Beamer. I'll just, you have to bear with me here. I'm gonna be the man in the dark. Let me see if I can turn another light on here so I'm gonna get a little more light. Got a little side light there. See if I can get some people in. I'm gonna go up to my shop right now. You're mainly seeing the man in the dark here. I'm going up to my shop. Let me see if I can just turn it around. You might see more on the headlights here. Yeah, I'm headed up to my shop. Yeah, you can see my headlights anyway. I've got to go up here and I'm a little ding-a-ling right now because I'm not going to fasten the seat belt between here and my shop. My shop's only about a quarter mile, well, a half mile from my house. It's down my private road, so I'm just going to leave it running there, let it ding. I'm going to go in my shop and do a live video in there. I've got a truck to show someone, and hopefully he'll be online in here so he can instruct me on what to show him. I've got to work on. We got a transmission issue with this one. It's not shifting. It's got an air leak on the shifter on that one. All right, hold on a second. Let me see if I got the right key. Nope, not the right key. Try another one here. I know it's not that one. It must be this one. Let's try this one. Nope, not that one. I got all these darn keys that look alike. I don't think it's that one. Could be this one. Let's try this one. My wife says she has that. Nope, not that one. I've got all these keys that look alike, and I don't know which one's which, guys. You're gonna have to bear. Ah, got it. Right key. Here we go. All right. A little bit of darkness in here. And I got it kind of cozy in here. I thought it was gonna be cold in here. All right, let me turn on some LEDs. Ha! Lights. We are in the shop now. All right, JC, ask me some questions if you're in here. I hope the signal's good enough. Can everybody see the truck okay? Give me a thumbs up or something. Somebody pipe in here so I know if the signal's good enough, because I can't tell. I can't see any. Hey, Tim. All right, good. You can see everything. I got a truck that JC Smith wants to see, and we've been working on it and trying to. JC, are you in? Give me a thumbs up if you're in here now. I can't tell JC. I hate to give this whole interview of the truck or view of the truck if JC's not even in here yet. But he's wanting to look at the truck. So I've got it up here in my shop. They've been working on it. You can see me from Kansas, can you, Ricky? Did y'all get all the cement done, Ricky? Did you taste it and see if it was done? Well, well, JC, are you in there yet? JC's the truck man. He's looking at everything, so I was giving him a look. I hope he's in. I was going to crank this one up and let him see it. Let him see all around it. Oh, me. I did have a seat. I put a seat in it for him. I had a seat missing in this one. Oh, let me see if we can see the interior. You just finished actually pouring Okay, got another pour tomorrow. Okay. All right, let me see if I can turn on some lights in here. Got it kind of cleaned out in here. All right, this one, interior lights. I'm trying to figure out where all the interior lights on this one are. Bear with me, guys, as I try to find some lights. Oh yeah, it's got that big light right there in the middle. I forgot about that one. Dome, where's the dome light? Okay, there we go. It's got the dome light back. I don't know what kind of fancy red blankie somebody had on this thing. But it's got, here's the interior and everything. It had a place for a TV up there. And it's got a little console. We'll see what's in here. I don't know if there's anything in it or not. I told Larry to kind of clean this up in here. The missus will have to clean up. We ain't got all the dirt crumbs and everything out of it. But I will, let me sit down in here. And it doesn't have a radio head, so you have to get you a radio. Somebody's taking that off. Let me fire her up here. I don't want to asphyxiate myself in this shop. Step out here. Mash the pedal down. I'm trying to give you a little bit of look on everything. This one's had new airbags put on it. See the new airbags. They've been put on fairly recent. We've got all the decaling off of it. right, let me cut off my noise factor there. I guess the signal's still coming through good. I can't tell from inside my shop here, so I'm hoping the signal's still decent. If Ricky or Tim or somewhere in there, give me a thumbs up if that signal's still good. And JC, if you're in here, give me a thumbs up and tell me if you see anything. It's doing okay, is it okay? Looking good, am I, Ricky? Okay. Did you get all the cement out of your boots, Ricky? I hope you put on some good rubber boots doing that stuff, because that, boy, that's a mess when you do that. But just got off the phone, did you, JC? All right. You want me to crank that truck back up for you again, JC? I had it running just a minute ago. I'll reach in here. This is the old kind I don't have to have my foot on the clutch with. I should be able to crank it. Come on. Let me lift it back up. Whoop. Crap. Hold on a second. This one's just a single turbo, and it's not got a, that truck does not have the dual turbo, which is good. It's got a single turbocharger. And it looks like, I hadn't pulled the maintenance records on it, but it looks like it's got a fairly new air conditioning compressor on it. Tires, here we go, JC. There's the tires. Like I said, this isn't a lug tire. Give you an idea of what it looks like, how thick it is. There's my keys. I'd say if I was looking at 30 seconds on it, I'd say it's probably 10, 30 seconds on these rears. Something like that. It's not, these weren't real heavy 30 seconds anyway. Like I said, this is more of a street tire, not a big lug. There's aluminum rim on the outside there. New airbags. Aluminum outside there. Steel on the front, steel on the inside. This one's dual exhaust. Let me show you the, we got the other seat. Well, the air's built up because the fan went off there. Fan hub's back off, so you can see that. It's just at idle now. Let me cut the switch off. Yeah, the air built up, so. Wait a minute, I didn't see that last comment. What was that, JC? Let me. Yeah, it got the head pressure built up on it. when the air built up, it cut off the fan, you know. Yeah, now here's the front tires. You could probably use some on that before long. And I'm checking got a new water jug, fairly new. Because you can see through that, and that's not all cloudy like some of them are. Like some of these jugs we've taken off. Need a few rims. Of course, now there's some brand new tires if you need them. Here's some brand new ones. We'll be glad to sell somebody. They just sold them to me. There's some brand new ones we got to mount. All right, here's all the hoses. Everything looks good on that. Alternator doesn't look like it's been replaced anytime real soon, but that's fairly new air conditioning compressor, if I'm not mistaken. And I believe it's got a new fan hub. We went through these fan hubs and replaced a lot of them. Wrong belt. Which one's the wrong belt? Oh, this one? Could be. Could be. Yep, you're right. That's a short. That's not full serpentine, but it's a doable belt for the alternator. Yeah, that may have been one that Larry modified. It probably is one that we'd modified. We had some that were done like that. But that got pretty good lines. It's not any dents or anything in this part. There's a few dings. Here's a, yeah, it was a got him off the side of the road type thing. Yeah, that's probably right. The steps got a little ding on it there. Aluminum steps with the air fairings on the side. You can see all underneath here. Of course, you can see this is a Southern truck. That would have been solid rust if it had been one of the Ohio trucks of an 03. I've had some from Ohio and a few things, and that's one of the telltale signs up here on these hoods. I would get them, and that would be rusted to death right there on the front. Of course, you can look at the frame. Frame's in pretty good shape. Let me get back here. Yeah, you can look at the inside frame. Like I said, there's, other than just a little bit of surface rust right there, that's nothing but where the paint just kind of got scratched off. But the frame's good. A little bit down in there, but I mean, for a truck that's an 03, that ain't bad. A little bit of, yeah, it is. That's nothing. I mean, well, the telltale signs when you get on up in there, right in here, and there's no rust up in here. Even these side fairing mounts and everything, nothing. And I think it's aluminum tanks. Yeah, it's aluminum tanks. If a person wanted to take the fairings off, we've had some that people have taken some of these fairings off, you know, after they get a little wear on them, because they have a tendency to, like this, and we've had to strap that one. You'll get these fairings that'll go bad, lose a few bolts, get a chip in it like that one's got. Like I said, it had a, yeah, well, they do, yeah. Yeah, you can do that and polish those tanks, because they got big tanks on them, I'll tell you that. These suckers are, I think they're 100 and, let me go around there and see if it tells on what size tank that is. 120 gallon tanks. So it's got the big tanks. Yeah, you could take that off. The only bad thing about it, though, you'd have to put the strapping on for these steps. You'd have to put your different kind of step on there, but you probably got something like that. where you can put the aluminum strapping onto the tank. That if you take that off, because once you do that, you'll have a brace, but it'll make, if you take this one back off, and we've actually got one out here that we've done like that. I'll show you. We got a mate to it. That's the one I was telling you that we got some wiring issues on it, and the fairings have been taken off of it. Let me go out here. Let me go out here in the cold. I don't know if you can see this one or not, but this is a mate to it. This one was another truck that bought at the same time, and that one we took the fairings off of it. But you see what? Yeah, we had to do that. You can see there was the mount. Makes this step a little bit wiggly, but you can take the fairings off and do it like that. But that's one that the fairings were taken off of. Same kind of truck. Yeah, it's a little bit chilly out here tonight. They said it was colder in Jacksonville, Florida than it was New York City. So it's down about, it's in the 30s down here. It's a cold night for me. It's a cold night for me. Now here's the inside. Of course, this is an old OD truck, so you see that green in there. But it, like I said, it fires up good, runs good. I'm questioning my reason for getting rid of it. Yeah, I'll crank her up again. Let me see how much fuel's in. I better not crank it too many times. I got enough. Save enough so somebody can get to the. Yeah, I know it. It stumbled. I'll crank it again. I don't know. All right, wife wants to see the interior. Okay. All right. All right, here's the interior. There's the other old seat that we put in. I guess Larry put the air back to it too. Let me see. Let me make sure the air will go up on this one. I don't know if he's got the air hooked up. Give somebody a job to do. All right, let me turn on a few more lights in here. See if we can. All right, here's the dash on this one. It's got one thing cracked there on there, that plastic that's cracked over on this. Now here's that low range traction control. I tell you what, that little booger, that's got us out a couple of spins. That locks it in like a four-wheel drive almost. So but it only does it on low range, which is good, but it'll get you out of trouble. And like I said, it has no radio. Well, somebody had stole the radio head off of it, so I don't know where that's at. Anyway, so it's got in here. But here's the interior. You can, here's where a little TV went. And it's got these console things overhead in the back here. Goes all the way around. Let me see if I can turn on any more lights in here. It's got this little light here. Let's see if it works. Yeah, that little light there works. You know, like a little pleated interior. I mean, the interior is not torn up or anything. It's in pretty good shape. And down here, of course, it's dirty and everything. It only has, it's just carpet down there. Let me get out of the light so you can see. And then it's got a little cubby underneath there. And the other part, of course, goes in the trunk part. Let me see if I can get that opened up. This one got a latch. I can't remember. Some of them have latches, some of them don't. I can't remember how that works. Well, I can't do it with one hand, so I don't know. But there's the overhead consoles. It's got a cubby up here, which is good for storage and everything. And then there's another cubby. There's a place for a CB or whatever. Got a antenna. And like I said, there's a cubby. And get down to there's for the fuse box, fuse panel, and everything's in here. And it's not terribly bad. I mean, we got the most of it out. Got it looking decent. Like I said, here's a step, I guess, on the ones that's got double bunks. They use that for a step. This one, like I say, it's you know, rubber mat. So it's not carpeted up in here. It's just rubber mat. Now this dash could use a good cleaning. Let me cut that dome light off. But this dash could use a good cleaning and everything. It's just the plastic on that. Let me see if I can hold that. Now here's that Meritor cruise we're talking about. And best I know, it worked fine last time. I don't know for sure. Of course, there's just the stuff there. Nothing fancy, too bad. I got to turn that interior light off. Oops. Oh man. There we go. Get all the lights off and on. I don't need dead batteries. Anything else you want to see on it, JC? Hey, Mechanic Mike. Yeah, we're looking over a truck. JC's trying to beat me up on a truck. I guess I'm gonna be susceptible. That's the way I am. JC's the man, though. He's got some trucks. But yeah, I think everything works good on it. Brakes. Let me see if I can see how good the brakes are. It'd be hard to tell, I think, over the phone here. Brakes look like they're about half there. I mean, they're still good and usable. And brake chambers, if we had any of those replaced lately, I can't tell. They're greasy just like normal. And of course, you can check everything else out. Yeah. Yeah, we're like I say, just checking it all out good, and it is what it is. It's a good old, I'm pretty sure it's 03. It's either 03 or 04. I can't remember. Yeah, it does. It tracks well down the road. It doesn't have, yeah, this one never had an issue. Not that I know of, JC. I mean, you know, when you get down here, you're welcome to try it out. I mean, like I said, I drove it today and I kind of go, and why am I getting rid of this? This would make a good spare truck. You know, it's going to be a regret truck, I'm afraid, when it leaves, because I'm going to think, you know, yeah, Is there anything else you want to see on it that you can? I mean, it is what it is. Like I said, there's a new water jug. We put these water jugs in when they get cloudy. Yeah, you're gonna, yeah. You can sell it back and double your money. I'll be needing one. I'll probably have to pay twice as much to get one back, wouldn't I? Yeah, that's the problem. And don't you need some airbags? JC is gonna go make a ton of money with it. Is what he's gonna do, like JC does with everything. You take these dimes and make them into dollars. That's what you do. But that's what makes the world go round. Yeah, I'm just looking at some of my inventory up here. Well, I may have to call it. I may have to call you back one day if I need it. If I get desperate, I tell you, I gotta. I hope I don't have to. Y'all need some belts. I think I got a few. There's just a few of my belts and everything that we use here. I got, and I own a Napa store full of them too, but these are just the ones here at the shop. Yeah, these are. Let me step in here a second. I'm gonna step into the dark for a second. Let me turn on the light in here. Give you a little shop tour of this is my small shop here. Of course, we end up using it a lot. I keep a variety of things here for us. Or is it? This is a real working shop. This is not a pristine shop. I got a bunch of brass fittings. There's money, grade 8 bolts and brass fittings. Yeah, yeah, that's what you got to do, is rub those dimes and make them into dollars. Yep, that's the name of the game. Well, I'm gonna give everybody a little bit of a quickie tour of my small shop. This is a 2-bay shop here, but it's a nice little shop. It's kind of cozy for the guys. Yeah. Well, I've been told I could squeeze a buffalo nickel to the buffalo poops. I cleaned it up there. So yeah, that's the way it goes. Now right there is what every shop needs, especially if you're in the truck business, is get that waste oil heater like that. Okay. Oh, you need a VIN? Heck, I can get the VIN off the truck right now. Just thinking about that. I think. Oh crap! No. This one you can't. I can't read this. Well, you might be able to. I hope that's not. You need a picture off of that, JC? Because you see how light it is. If that's. I can't tell. If I take a picture of that, or do you want the VIN, the title? Because that VIN on their other VIN number. I'd have to get a magnifying glass to read it myself, Eric. Let's see. Can you read it there? Well, this one actually magnifies it here a little bit. Vehicle class, truck, tractor. Let me see if I can get this in. Okay, there it is right there. Got some grease on it and everything. I got to get that grease off. There it is. At 1FU 6A, whatever it is through there. I'll clean that up and get you a snapshot of that. Let me see. Hold on a second. I can do it right now. Of course, I'll have to do that and get off. Let me get the grease off of that right there. Might need to have to get some. Where's my brake clean at? This will get it off on it. See if I can't get it off with that. Dadgum, that grease is on there. Whew, don't you just love to smell a brake clean late at night? Brake clean does everything for you. You can clean off a baby's butt with brake clean. I'll tell you what, that stuff does the stuff. Dadgum. Let's see if we can see that any better. JC, see if you can see that. Is that going to be usable there? I think it is. Yeah, that should get the whole serial number right there. Give me a thumbs up if you can see that okay, JC. But I can clean it a little bit more maybe. Yeah, a little bit more brake clean here. Whew. That stuff takes your breath. Oh, me. A little elbow grease and brake clean. Did you get it? All right, I'll get up here. I cleaned a little bit more grease off of it there. All right. There it is, if you can get it, JC. Yeah. I don't think it'll take that off. That's got a plastic cover over it or something, I think. But yeah, it just has grease because of the door and everything. Oh, you got it? Good deal. All right, I won't have to shoot you a picture of that and everything. Yep. Yep, that's the stuff that keeps a shop going right there. Yeah, yeah. You can see what keeps the shop going there. Brake clean and some premium starter fluid. See what the boys are using. See what the other chemicals we got are here. PB blaster, synthetic oil, some Permatex silicone. Baling, yeah, that's right. You saw the baling wire. I'll tell you a good one. My dad, back in the 40s, he had an old car, I think he said 36 Ford or something like that. He said that was a rattle trap. It was he said it was shaking all over. And he took baling wire. He said he tightened up everything he could do with that because he was going to trade it off. He said he put so much baling wire in there. He said he drove it down the road for a little bit, and he said, dang, that is that car riding good? He said, I think I'll keep it. He said, no, that's right. I got baling wire hooked to it. He said, better not. Yeah. Yep. That, duct tape. Every essential shop has that. Vice grips. Yep. You gotta have your essential stuff there to work with. Like I said, we're not a fancy shop. We are a real working shop. Of course, your hoses, we got plenty of hoses. Let me get my finger off in front of my camera. Of course, there's some of our filters up there. Yeah, this is my small shop here, Matt. This is my 2-bay garage. This is the first one I built back about 15, 16 years ago. And it's been a good little shop for us though. There's my good old Napa Gold filters I got. Got plenty of those. A couple of Donaldson. And then we got, well, dang, I got a fluorescent light, a LED light there I can use. There's some more Napa Gold filters. Give you a little, we ain't clean and pristine, I can tell you that, but we get the job done. There's, yeah, well, we got plenty of Napa filters. I think they may have, we got a bunch of sales on right now. Bad thing about it, I didn't get all my Christmas sale stuff bought for the store, and they sent me all my new catalog stuff out that we're supposed to have on sale, and I hadn't got but about half of it. Oh, you got, oh, which one? Oh, you saw my old Lincoln? This is I've had this, my daddy bought me this for Christmas. Gosh, I've had that welder since 1975 probably. Yeah, that's a good old welder there. It's a good stick welder. Of course, I got my Miller right there, and I've got another. Yeah, oh, you can't beat them. My dad gave, I think back then, he gave $125 for that. Yeah, the C15 and this cat here. Yeah, it's a C15. It's a single turbo too. I was going to tell you that, JC. It's not the twin turbo. I've got another C15. It's got the twin. Let me zoom in here so you can see that's the single turbo. And I can't see anything else. You see anything else? Yeah. Yeah, this one's been a good old truck, I can tell you. It's, like I said, I'm gonna probably kick my butt when I let it go because it's served me well. But time marches on. I've got to get some new equipment. Of course, the new equipment's working my ass off. I can tell you that every time I turn around. Now, you did see this up there on that air fairing. That paint's coming off of that air fairing back there, but I see a lot of them with that on that aluminum part there. I don't know why it is, but you'll see that on a lot of them where that air fairing, and that's got a little bit of damage on that air fairing up there. Well, that's for sure. The mileage on this one gets, well, depending on the load and everything, but this one gets about 6.2 to 6.4. It's not bad. It's a direct 10. It's a direct 10 with I'm wanting to say a 310 rear. It's not a, yeah, and if he don't make it back to Ohio, y'all are gonna hear him badmouth me for years. So I've got to make sure he gets back to Ohio. So I don't want to send him. Well, I don't want him taking that little Mexican girl back and breaking down halfway for sure. It could be, Matt. It's 293, 310. I can't remember the ratio. It's pretty good though. But I mean, this thing gets good fuel mileage and pulls like a son of a gun. This thing it's a hoss of a truck. I mean, I don't know what we got the speed set on it. Yeah, it is. But I'm gonna try to have it as in best shape I possibly can for you, JC. I mean, I feel that, you know. Oh, this thing with a C15 and single, it'll spin the wheels. You can take off with this and it'll spin the wheels. Well, it could be, JC. I mean, you know, it depends on how you run it, of course. We had 80,000 pounds on them with 2 trailers, and it would pull fancy. These C15s would pull Fancy Gap and Saluda and what's the other one over there in Kentucky? I can't even think the name of it now, but it'll pull those hills. Yeah, that I'd make it that's probably what I would do too if it were me. Just take that off up there and make it a flat top. Yeah, you can bump it. Well, it'll pull 80, but you know. Yeah, I got some aluminum on the rears. JC's probably got some aluminum stuck back at home somewhere, some 22 thighs. But I got aluminum. I got aluminum outside for him. They're yeah, yeah. All right, guys, don't try to negotiate this up. I'm gonna end up keeping it if y'all do. You're out of aluminums. We got a couple of aluminums over here. We got some. There's one that's been as an inside. I probably got that and pulled out to. I got several aluminums over here. That's a 24 there, though, I believe. I believe that's a 24 aluminum there. I can't, well, no, maybe, no, that's a 22. Yeah, I'm not a super trucker. Oh, let me walk up here to my tire room, see what, I'm in dark here a little bit. Hold on a sec till I can flip on some more lights. Here's my salvage room here, though. What we got here, that's mounted there. What is that? Is that a 22? Or is that a 24? That's a low pro. That's $395. That's a low pro there. See what I got out here in the tire bay. Whew, boy, it's chilly out here. Woohoo! Yeah, I got a couple of aluminums out here. I got a Heinz 57 mixer. They keep them out here to put them. I have no idea what we have out here. Yep. It's what everybody needs to show off, their junk room, ain't it? The tire bay and the junk room. Everybody needs one of these. You can see my plethora of used parts. I got used metal, radiators, starters. Doesn't everybody like to see everybody else's junk? This is one of my junk rooms. My tire bay and my junk room here. Oh, don't trip over it and kill myself in here. Let me get in here where it's warmer. Whew, a little bit chilly out there in that tire bay. Let me get back through here. Oh. Yeah, I know it. Everybody that wants me to fix something for nothing, that's where I go get the parts. Let me see what I can scramble out of here. So yeah, here's an old starter. We'll throw that on there for you. Or here's an old water pump. We'll see if that'll fit the hole. Yeah. But is there anything else I need to show you on this thing, JC? The windshields are pretty good. I got one little chip in that one, but it's not bad. Yeah, that's just some of them. I got plenty of rims. like I said, we okay, wait a minute, let me see let me pull my, say, oh yeah, you'd have, Apple is telling me that my battery, well, no, I got 20% left. I guess I can still talk a little bit. I thought it was all the way down to about 10%. But yeah, you could put some aluminum boxes or whatever on that frame, because it actually used to have, yeah, my battery's getting low, that's for sure. But it used to have a thing for chains up here, and we took that off. Yeah, yeah, it's got the twin stacks. I mean, it's exhausted right. I like it better. It seems we've had a couple of them. One's with a single, some with a dual, and it seems like the duals, I don't know, they exhaust better. They seem to have fewer problems, I think, heating up the exhaust system. Yeah, you don't want straight pipes on this sucker. This thing would be loud with straight pipes, for sure. Well, JC, I was thinking we used to have a different plug, but we're talking about the trailer lights. If you get an electric, all right, it's got, of course, there's your trailer lights, rear lights back here. Easy access right there. So it's nothing's going to be too complicated on this one. Good fifth wheel. What's this one got on it? A Fontaine. I can't tell what that one is. But yeah, you could tag the lights right there. Now, if you wanted to put a pintle or anything on it, it's got a frame. We've already got frame holes here where we had the old pintle hook on it. I mean, a person could come off of here and drop it down if you want to put a Reese. If you just want to put a regular hitch and wouldn't obstruct anything, you could come down with some, I mean, that's a heck of a big, heavy frame here. You could do what you wanted to with that. I mean, it's good and stout. And, you know, I don't hear any air leaks on this one. I'm just admiring that for right now. Let me see how the air is holding up, because I cut it off a good many minutes ago. It's down to about 70 pounds in air, and it's been sitting here for a while. Thought I'd give you the lowdown on that. And I don't know anything else you can think of that you want me to show you, JC. One. Let's see. I got, there is the key. Of course, the fortunate thing about this, we got these from Old Dominion, and every one of them are keyed alike. So we could actually, you're good? Okay, well, that's, there is what it is. And I think it'll serve you well for what you need. Let me put the hood back down here. So you can see all the battle scars on it. Got a genuine chrome plastic hood, the grill here, the Freightliner puts on them. And it's got a steel bumper. Got the tow hooks. That's the important one. All right. Well, we'll definitely do that then, because I'll get the I'll go back and get the info and everything from Barbara, and we'll get all that stuff squared up, JC. And if you don't like it when you get down here, we'll tear up the check and you can ride on back. So there ain't gonna be no tight obligation or whatever. I mean, it ain't gonna break my heart if no one takes it, but I think it'll do you well. I think it'll do you well. Yeah, if you take that air fairing off and make that a flat top, completely flat top, spiff it up a little bit, I think you can make it look really good. You can make it look good with it. And you probably got enough spare parts of other things up there. Like I said, toolboxes. Yeah, you can get your aluminum toolbox to match up this battery box here. I didn't show you the inside of the batteries. Let's see what we got in here. Oh crap, no, I ain't gonna take that off one-handed. Never mind. I'd be hard getting that back on. But yeah, if you wanted to get you a toolbox that would match that for the other side that had a step toolbox, that'd look good. Take that off there and paint that frame. Take off the air fairing. You can make this look good. I mean, you can make it look good with, if little TLC and the work you know how to do. I mean, you could take even these side fairings off if you wanted to. This one's got a little crack on it. I've seen them do that too. Yeah. Yeah, it's you could make it look good. Yeah, you could take that top fairing off there, the one that's got the paint that's peeled. Oh, of course it's aluminum. That's aluminum back there, and it would clean up good. I mean, a flat top ain't a bad looking truck like that, I think. Like I said, you can make it your own on how you want to do it. And there, like I said, that got a dent in this bumper right there. I don't know what they've done there. Yeah, flat top's easy to work with and everything, and I like them too, because when we get to pulling them, like this, I don't know if this is one of them, but we've had another one just like this that we pulled, and we may have warped this one too one time. I don't know if we've had to ever pull this one in or not, but I actually think we may, well, I don't know. We've had to bolt something back there. We've had to pull some of these in, and that air fairing will bend up there if you pull them backwards. Yeah, ain't that your luck? Yeah, you give away a good bumper and you need one. Yeah, I know it. You'll get another one. I mean, the bumper's not too bad though, but I mean, it does have a dent over here. It does have a dent over there. You could probably get a porta power and push that out though. If you want to do it, it's not. See, that's fiberglass. That's fiberglass on the ends, but that metal in the middle. But that's good stout bumpers. There's no fog lights on this one, but you can get. We've put LEDs in a lot of them right there in those fog light holes. On some of these newer ones we got. Well, guys, I'm gonna call it a night. My battery says 10% and I gotta go. So I'm gonna hang her up. It's saying Apple's telling me to shut this thing down. Yeah, Matt, listen to Matt. He's gonna have you dialing this thing up good. All right, see you guys.